We do this. We have been through worse. Just remember that. For the most part, we've actually liked this fic. I know. However, with the title of the next chapter, Love Will Find a Way, I've come to realize that I might actually end up singing that song. Which is not a problem, I actually kind of do like it. I just wish I could find more opportunities to play it while I'm watching love scenes. Discord sat sadly on an upside-down tree stump, his head in his hands. First my wife, he uttered. Now my children. I should have known. The only creature you can trust is yourself. As he spoke, Zane appeared in the air before him, bringing a smile to Draconic's voice. Ah, my boy. My boy! He exclaimed, taking the baby in his arms. You missed your daddy, didn't you? You'll never leave me, right? Had he not been caught up in just joy, he wouldn't have noticed a devious smile on the infant's face. Mothball hiked through the forest, carrying the unconscious mare on his back. His ears perked up as he heard a group of changelings nearby and quickly dove into the bushes. Screwball let out a moan. He soused her with his hoof. She must be around here somewhere, one of the soldiers said. I can smell chocolate milk. The prince gulped, but then had an idea. He took the form of a soldier changeling and leapt out of the hiding place. You dumb bugs, misters, he exclaimed, pointing in the direction that he had just come. Z went that way. One of the changelings sniffed the air. He's right. The trail is fresh. We can still catch her. As soon as the three were gone, Mothball picked Screwball up and moved as fast as his legs could carry them both. After a while, he came across a strangely decorated hut inside a grand tree. The light was on, and whoever lived there was home. Maybe they can help Mothball thought. He was about to knock on the door when he realized he was still in his changeling's guise. No point would assist him while looking like this. He transformed the disguise he had used earlier that day with Screwball. He tapped his now gray hoof on the door. Who is knocking so late? A deep female voice called from inside. I am coming. Please wait. You know, I would have loved it if suddenly who opens the door is Zagoro's teenage daughter. And everybody is shocked, and Zagoro just happily points out, you people don't come by that often. Are you surprised that I have kids and actually have a life outside of you? A zebra opened the door. Who are you, stranger? Do you not know the danger of being out of place on this forest of fight? Please, Mothball pleaded. You have to help me. My friend here sees... The zebra's eyes widened at the sight of the unconscious mare. Screwball, bring her in. Place her on the bed and tell me why she looks near dead. She guided the disguised prince to the bed and helped him setting Screwball down. Can you help her? Mothball begged. I can. Do not stress. But what causes sickness? He bit his lip, and this mare knew he was a changeling, so he would kick him out and keep him away from Screwball. She's unwell. Do not speak, the pony commanded as she examined her basin. She is very weak. I can barely feel her heartbeat. I'll make a soup for her to eat that'll help her get well. When she will recover, only time will tell. Mothball watched curiously as the zebra searched herself with bottles and flasks. I've never seen a pony like you before, he observed. That's because I'm a zebra, not a pony, she said, turning to him with a bow. I am Zagoro, the one and only. Oh, well, how do you know Screwball? The zebra answered his question as he pulled a bottle from himself. 17 years ago, her mother came to me to seek comfort on what he was about to agree. She chose to be the bride of an evil Draconicus, but I told her if she went, she would find great happiness. Mothball blinked. You got her parents together? Zagoro chuckled thoroughly as he poured the contents of the bottle into a boiling pot of water. That you could say, and I'll never forget that day. She was about to pick up another ingredient when she saw that Mothball was standing with nothing to do. How rude of me! Would you like some tea? He was not a fan of tea, but now wanted to reject Zebra's hospitality. He nodded doubly. Oh, God, Fick, now you got me rhyming! After mixing several more herbs and spices into the cauldron, Sakura mumbled something into the language the prince did not understand. He sipped his tea with disgust, but it did not matter to him. All he could think about was how fragile his friend looked as he lay motionless on the bed beside him. While he held his cup in one hand, he held Screwball's sofa in the other. In a few minutes, the soup was ready. Sakura poured a bowl and approached the sick mare. Tilt her head back, as he said to Mothball. The prince set down his cup and did as the zebra said. As he gently pushed back Screwball's head, her mouth fell open. The zebra put the bowl to the young mare's lips and slowly poured the soup into her mouth. When she was done, Mothball carefully released Screwball's head and her mouth closed again. Is he going to be all right? Sakura sighed as he pulled the leopard print blanket over the young mare's body. I do not know, I fear. For now, she must rest here. Mothball's eyes glazed over with tears as he laid his hoof on his friend's forehead. Please get ready, Bear Screwy. The zebra picked Mothball's cup and examined the tea leaves. Her eyes wide in fascination, her lips curling into a smile. Interesting, she murmured. What? The changeling asked, facing the zebra. Sakura smirked down. It is very noble of you to help Screwball. Something I would not expect from a changeling, Prince Mothball. His jaw dropped in surprise. I don't know what you're talking about. Sakura shook her head with a laugh. Ha 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 ha! You can drop the charade. I promise. You can stay. He stared at her for a long while, and yet reluctantly changed back to himself. How do you know? Did my eyes give it away? No, Sakura replaced, holding out the teacup. The leaves told me all. There's no tricking me, Prince Mothball. He sighed and slumped to the floor. Please, it's just Mothball. I'm no prince. I'm a traitor to my kind. Yes, Sakura nodded. You did it because you fell in love with the pony you were supposed to dispose of. He raised an eyebrow at her. Are you psychic or something? Instead of answering, the zebra gestured for him to sit at the table. He hesitated at the thought of parting from Screwball, but he did as he requested. After a few seconds, Sakura joined him, a stack of cards in her hose. Well, your guess was only half right, Mothball claimed. Changelings cannot love, let alone fall in love. I don't even have a heart. Are you sure? Sakura asked, tilting her head. After bringing Screwball here for a cure. Z's the only friend I ever had. What was I supposed to do? She shook her head. You are so blind to what made you betray. Let us see what the gods have to say. She shuffled the deck of her hose and spread them on the table. Take 3. They will tell the boss, the present, and the future as well. Mothball shrugged and decided to humor the zebra with her game. He took 3 from the deck and handed them to Sakura. She set them face down and turned over the one on the left. The card showed a picture of a dark figure with glowing red eyes that made Mothball cringe. The devil, Sakura explained. It looks like Screwball's dad. The zebra threw her head in a laugh. Ha ha ha! This represents the hell of your past. You have been scolded and harassed. A demon took control of your mind, shaping you to be blind to your heart quite cleverly. As a result, you have been treated unfairly. My mother's. You see yourself as a demon as well, a monster who belongs in hell. You think that you are heartless, expressionless, and bad. It makes these very thoughts that make you sad. Mothball said nothing. Sakura turned the card in the mill, revealing a white Pegasus with red rings, pouring water from one goblet to another. Your presence revolts temperance, the zebra stated. "I see but a balance." "What does that mean?" the prince inquired. "You've given up your habits as a changeling, and you let your true emotions take root. All your life you followed your mother. You've left that man for another. The Pegasus wings are red, representing desire, but his white is from his hoof to his head, representing purity. You've combined both with maturity. You are a creature that feeds on love, but now you're shattered with that dove." So he pointed to Screwball. "Okay, so I've changed." Mothball admitted, "But I told you, I'm not made to love." Sakura sighed. "Of this you are so sure. Now, we will see your future." The last card had two unicorns, a bear and a colt, staring intensely at each other, their hooves entwined and horns touching. Above their horns was a glowing pink heart. Sakura smiled at this one. "The lovers," Mothball groaned. "Let me guess. When it comes to love, your future is bright. Do you believe now that I am right? These are just a bunch of playing cards. They don't mean anything." The zebra shook her head again. "The queen has led your thoughts astray. Perhaps I can convince you another way." So he circled the table, and without warning, placed Mothball's hoof on her chest. "Hey, what do you feel?" The zebra Sakura inquired nonchalantly. He paused. "Your heart." "Indeed. Now come." He followed the zebra. Mothball realized something. "Hey, how come you stop talking in rhymes?" Sakura did not answer, pulled the covers off Screwball. So he took Mothball's hoof again and laid it on Screwball's chest. "What do you feel now?" Her heart. "What does this have to do?" He was cut off as the zebra moved his hoof to his own chest. "And now." Ba 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 ba. Something thumped wildly against his hoof, in a way similar to the thumping inside Screwball and Sakura. He felt it many times before, but thought it was nothing but the love he had consumed pulsing through him. Then why was it in the exact same place in his chest as in Screwball's and Sakura's, where the heart should be? Mothball looked at the zebra. "There has to be another explanation. I'm not supposed to have a heart." "That does not mean you cannot," Sakura stated. "What else could fill that spot? If you're a heartless Mothball, how do you explain for your feelings for Screwball?" The prince looked at the mare in bed. Some of the color had returned to her cheeks, giving her face a gentle glow. It made him smile to see this, but also sad she was still not awake. "I can't explain it," he admitted. "The moment I saw her, I was bewitched. Sometimes I wonder if she casts a spell on me, but the more time I spent with her, the more I was compelled to stay with her. I tried not to because I didn't want to hurt her, but I kept coming back. I know she loves me. I've always known. I was supposed to feed off of it. But you know some things? No matter how much time I spent with her, she never seemed to wither, not in the slightest. I felt her love transfer from me, but her energy never diminished. I began to assume she was immune." "Yes. But luckily, you're not turning into a multicolored abomination against nature." "Oh, that's not my opinion." "That really is what Rarity thinks of Thorax." "My word, have you seen those colors? They're absolutely gorgeous!" "I try not to say anything in polite company, but I think we could do better." He got his head. "That was clearly not the case after what my mother did to hers." Mothball noticed Screwball shivering, so he pulled the covers back over her body. I can't stop thinking about her, he continued. Everything about her, her laugh, her smile, her sense of humor, her hair, her eyes, he sighed. Oh, what I would give to see them again. Do you think they'll get better soon? When he received no answer, Mothball turned his head. The zebra was no longer behind him. Zecora, do not fear, I am here. He glanced around the room and found her stirring her cauldron. As he approached her, Zecora took the teacup he had drunk from, dumped the leaves into the boiling water. What are you doing now? Mothball asked, peering inside. Zecora took some green powder from a jar and blew it into the brew. Green images starting to form, making the changeling gas. Soon he was gazing at two silhouettes, one that resembled Screwball and another himself. The figures embraced each other and bent their bodies in a way that seemed to form a heart. Suddenly the image evaporated into thin air, and all that remained in the pot was green liquid. What was that? The prince questioned, still in awe. That, Zecora replied, is what happens when two become one. When they possess a magic more powerful than the sun. Yeah, what happens when two becomes one? They usually form a baby, and then that two becomes three. What you think as a weakness is not so. Strength is what comes with the glow. Do you ever give a straight answer? No. Hey, Mothball, I know you're new to this, but that was pretty straight to me, dork. He stared at her, then at Screwball. If nothing changes, I could make more stew, the zebra said, but I need some herbs and help from you. Mothball turned back to Zecora. How can I help? As Screwball gained consciousness, everything came flooding back. Her father's mental breakdown, her unpleasant encounter with Dinky, her mother's supposed betrayal. Betrayed me! Her brother turning out to be Chrysalis. Her brother, Zany, she murmured. She felt something cool on her forehead, causing her to slowing up in her eyes. Zany, she said again. Zzz. The warm voice whispered, Take it easy, my little filly. When Screwball's vision came into focus, she saw the zebra smiling over her, pressing a washcloth to her forehead. Zecora. It is good to see you awake. Tell me, does anything ache? The young man groaned, My head. Zecora left for a moment, came back with a cup of tea. Drink this, but not too fast. You lacked your strength, but the worst is past. Screwball man struggled to sit up. How did I get here? How long was I out? For an hour you have been here. It was one of your friends that brought you, dear. Really? She asked, dipping the tea. Who? Dinky? One of the twins? Zebra was about to answer when a voice interrupted her. Hey, Zecora, I think I got the things you asked for. A gray stallion carrying a saddlebag stood in the doorway, not knowing Screwball was awake. He transformed to Mothball. The young mare gasped. You? The changeling turned in alarm, but then smiled. You're awake, thank goodness. Screwball looked accusingly at Zecora. How could you let him in here? Do you have any idea who he is? He is the one who saved your life, the zebra replied. I do not know why this causes you strife. The mare huffed. Saved my life, my hoof. What happened, your highness? Didn't want to lose your primary food source? Mothball's grin faded. What are you talking about, Zzz? Don't play dumb. You've been using me all this time. Your mother told me all my secrets. You betrayed me. Betrayal! Betrayed me! I thought you were my friend. Okay, folks. Let us guess the rest of the dialogue. I don't even have to read this. Screwy, let me explain. I trusted you. Screwball, please sit down. No, I don't want to be in the same room as him. Runs away. Suddenly, the pillows flew off her bed and flew towards Mothball. Oh, I forgot the pillows part. He managed to duck in time. Screwy, please, he begged. But the mare was already up and running towards the door. You thought that is safe, Sakura yelled. Mothball moved in front of the mare. The changelings are looking for you. It's not safe out there. Screwball scowled down. I don't care, as long as I'm away from you. She pushed him back and raced outside. She did not know where he was going. She just wanted to get as far away from him as possible. Yet her heart was telling her to go back. She would not listen. She did not trust her heart anymore. It did not take her long to run out of breath. She had gained some strength during her rest, but not enough to teleport. She panted with thirst and had spotted a river nearby. She knelt down for a drink. She caught her reflection, making her pause. The mare in the water only looked just like her, only paler and broken. Oh my gosh, dear! You could really use the color of blush on those cheeks of yours. What? Here, let me add a little plus this. Not really. Your dear old friend, Uncle Stephen Magnet, has just what you need. She sobbed. If this is all my fault. If I hadn't been so foolish, if I had listened to Daddy, none of this would have happened. I'd still be at home with my family, my friends, Zany. Her brother was the deepest regret. The poor infant had done nothing wrong, yet he was paying the price for her actions. Screwball shook her head. No, this was all Mothball. He tricked me. If that was the case, why could she not stop thinking about how hurt he had looked when she rushed out? For that matter, why had he brought her to Zecora in the first place? Why had he not taken her to Chrysalis? You hear that, Screwball? That's the sound of your hamster coming to life miraculously and actually starting to work again. She looked at her reflection again and splashed the water furiously. I don't know what to think anymore, she bawled. She buried her face in her hose, not hearing Mothball as he came out of the trees. He looked at her with sad eyes, wanting to wrap his forelegs around her and assure her everything was all right. She had every right to be upset with him, but he could not help but feel guilty. He had to let her know how he felt, but was not sure how. He was not disgusted as to opponent with nothing to lose. He was a changeling self. After what he had done, would she believe him? He thought back to the Grand Gallery Gala, when they had danced together. She had looked so beautiful. Did realize at some point that night he had fallen completely and utterly in love with her. Then he remembered that song, and how strangely the lyrics reflected their relationship. It gave him an idea. It was corny, but it was the only way he knew how to express himself. And now, I am a little bit disappointed in you, Vic. You put in my second favorite song from Lion King 2. Okay, in case any of you are wondering, number 3 is We Are One, and number 2 is Love Will Find a Way, and number 1 is Not One of Us. Or I call it Deception, but it's apparently Not One of Us. I love that song. It's got a great beat. I have made fun of it before, but deep down, I actually enjoy singing it. But since this Vic will not give me Love Will Find a Way, I was so afraid. Now I realize love is never wrong, and so it never dies. There's a perfect world shining in your eyes, and if only you could feel it too. In a perfect world, one we've never known, we would never need to face the world. They can have the world, we'll create our own. I may not be brave or strong or smart, but somewhere in my secret heart, I know love will find a way, Anywhere I go, I'm home. If you are there beside me, like dark turning into day, somehow will come through. Now that I've found you, love will find a way. The happiness I feel with you, they know love will find a way. C did not need her power to see the truth in them. Screwball turned fully toward him, extended his foreleg to her. I love you, Screwy. Anywhere we go, we're home. If we are there together. Young Meriton could not contain her emotion any longer, and did not hesitate to rush into his embrace. Like dark turning into day, somehow will come through. Now that I've found you, love will find a way. I know love will find a way. And now, to run before the Disney Warriors catch me. Bye!